Good morning, students. Today I am going to explain chapter number 10, Buildings, Paintings and Books from History. In this topic, we have to learn and understand about the famous temples and caves and pillars which are located around the country. In this topic, we have to understand why these temples, caves and pillars are famous and when it was built. Alright. So first of all, we have to clear some important topics like the word given in this chapter, metallurgy, stups, relic casket and pradakshinapat devotees. So students, first of all, I am going to explain and define what is the meaning of metallurgy. So students, the meaning of metallurgy is a process that is used for the extraction of metals in their pure form. Okay. Point number 2, stupas. A stupa is a mound like or a hemispherical structure. After that, third point is relic casket. The meaning of relic casket is these relics contain bodily remains like teeth, bone or ashes of the Buddha or his followers. Alright. Next point is pradakshinapat. So what is pradakshinapat? Pradakshinapat means a type of path on which devotees and peoples are moving. After that, next point is devotees. So the meaning of devotees is a strong believer in a particular religion or God. Alright. So we will start our topic from the metallurgy. Students, you know very well that archaeologists found different types of things and remains from the excavations, and we know very well that the ancient people who were living in India in different parts of the region, they were expert in the metallurgy. And in the regions of Harappa, where people were expert and master and they were well trained to make different types of items from the process of metallurgy, and they were using different types of metals like copper and tin, and after that, after the mixing of these two metals, they were expert to make bronze and different types of items. So students, you know very well that Harappa and the people who were living in the Harappa, they were very clever and they were belong to the Bronze Age. And as we know very well that so many evidences we are already learned in this topic about the Harappa and the people of the Harappa, how they made different types of structures and buildings, which was very developed. Alright. After that, your main topic is the iron pillar. In this topic, we have to learn and understand very important pillar which is made by the iron, and this is known as iron pillar, and it is located in Mehrauli in Delhi. And this iron pillar is the very important and remarkable example of the skill of Indian craft persons who were living nearly 1500 years ago. And it is made by the iron, and the height of this iron pillar is 7.2 meter and the weight is 3 tons. And it is made by the people who were living before 1500 years ago. And students, all the information which I am sharing to you, that is already inscribed on the pillar. It means each and everything is already written on the iron pillar. So we are able to know and understand about the importance of the pillar and when it was made. So the information whatever we are getting, on the basis of that, the name which are mentioned on that iron pillar, and the name of the ruler is Chandra, and Chandra is belong to the Gupta dynasty. And this is also very important point to discuss, that after a long period of time the pillar has not rusted. Alright, so students, on the basis of above example, you can understand that how the earliest people were very expert in the art of metallurgy and in the craftsmanship of the metallurgy, or making of the different types of item by the process of metallurgy. Alright, after that your second topic is buildings, bricks and stone. So on the basis of second topic, we have to understand that the buildings whatever made by the earliest craft person, number of buildings are still remain and survived. कहने का मतलब है बच्चों की आज से हजारों साल पहले जो हमारे क्राफ्ट पर्सन्स ने जो आर्ट को यूज़ किया, और जिस आर्ट के थ्रू मेटल को पिघलाना, उसको बनाना, उसके बाद चीज़ों को मिक्स करना, उसके बाद डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ आइटम और टूल्स बनाना, तो इनमें बहुत सारे जो आइटम्स हैं, बहुत सारे जो टेम्पल्स हैं, उसकी कार्विंग है, उसकी डिज़ाइनिंग है, वो सारी आज भी हमें देखने को मिलती है। तो इस टॉपिक में हमें ये पढ़ना है कि उन्होंने किस तरह से इस आर्ट को खोजा और उसके बाद जो है उन्होंने इसकी डिज़ाइनिंग की। सो नाउ कम टू द टॉपिक, वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस अनदर इम्पॉर्टेंट पॉइंट रिलेटेड टू द स्तूप्स. So students, as I already given a meaning of stoop, so we have to understand what is stoop. So stoop is a kind of mound, and around the country there are several or number of stoops are present nowadays. Some stoops are round, some stoops are tall and big, and some are small also. So all the stoops which are round, tall and big, they are having some common type of features. Like in the center of the mound there is a small box placed in the center of the stupa or the heart of the stupa, and this stupa is known as important buildings, important temples, because these stupas having a railing casket. Railing casket means the remains of the dead bodies like teeth, bone or ashes of the Buddha or his followers. That's why these stupas are very, very precious and important. And students, some railing casket or the small box which are located at the center of this stupa also having precious stones and coins. So this box is known as relic casket, which was already covered with different layers and mud and bricks, and also by the big bricks on the top. And after the covering of so many layers one on another, like a mud, like a brick or baked brick, it is turned into a dome-like structure. And sometimes it is covered with carved stone slabs इट मीन्स इन स्तूप्स के बीच में जो एक सेंटर है, उस सेंटर के बीच में इन सारे रिमेन्स को, टीथ को, बोन्स को और एशेस को बहुत सारे लेयर्स के साथ कवर किया गया है। और किसी जो रैलिक कैस्केट है उसके ऊपर जो है बहुत ही खूबसूरती से डिज़ाइनिंग किए गए स्टोन से उसको कवर किया गया, ताकि वो जो रैलिक्स है यानी कि वो जो बुद्धा या फिर उनके फॉलोअर्स की जो चीज़ें हैं वो सेंचुरीज तक जो है सेफ रह सकें। ठीक है। सो आफ्टर दैट योर नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज प्रदक्षिणा पथ। So students, you know very well that when we are entering in any temple or in any religious places, so people are moving from the path. So in stupa there is a very important type of path, यानी कि रास्ता, which is known as Pradakshina Path, and it was led around the stupa, यानी स्तूप के चारों तरफ जो है घुमावदार जो है रास्ता बना हुआ है जिससे लोग गुजरते हैं या फिर उस स्तूपा के अराउंड जो है घूम के कुछ पूजा अर्चना वगैरह करते हैं। तो उस तरह के पाथ को क्या कहा गया है? प्रदक्षिणा पथ। सो स्टूडेंट्स, द मीनिंग ऑफ प्रदक्षिणा पथ मीन्स अ काइंड ऑफ path, and this was surrounded with railings. Entrance to the path was through gateway, and the devotees walked around the stupa in a clockwise direction. जैसा कि अभी मैंने बताया कि ये जो स्तूपा के किनारे जो रास्ता बना हुआ है, उस रास्ते के किनारे किनारे रेलिंग बनी हुई है। आप जब एंट्री करेंगे, एंट्री करके आपको उस स्तूपा का जो चक्कर काटना होगा, लगाना होगा, वो क्लॉकवाइज लगाना होगा। ठीक है। And students, we are discussing about this stupa. So as well as we are discussing that stupa is a very well decorated, as well as the railings and gateway of the stupas were also very well decorated, and this is also a very important sculpture. After that, in this topic we have to learn another different stupa sometime that were existed. So many of the stupas were made by the very beautifully carving and very beautifully decorated by the stones. And these stupas were made by the people before 2000 years ago. कहने का मतलब है कि अभी भी बहुत सारे स्तूपास हैं और उन स्तूपास को बहुत ही खूबसूरती से डेकोरेट किया गया है। और ये सारे स्तूपास जो है 1500 years ago and 2000 years ago बने हुए हैं और जो कि आज तक हम उनको देख सकते हैं। After that, your next topic is related to the stupas. We know very well that in India we have different types of the sculpture and buildings and caves and stupas and different types of inscriptions and pillars. So we have different types of cave also, and these caves are made by the cut out of the rocks. Like other buildings were hollowed out of rock to make artificial caves. यानी कि आर्टिफिशियल केव बनाने के लिए बहुत सारे पहाड़ों को काट के उनमें हॉलो टाइप ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर बनाया गया है ताकि आर्टिफिशियल केव को बनाया जा सके। So in all these artificial caves which are existed around the country, in some of these are very well decorated with different types of sculptures and different types of art and carving on the stones and with the painting walls, यानी कि दीवारों पे जो है पेंटिंग भी की गई है और उसको जो है कट करके स्टोन्स को केव को डेकोरेट भी किया है। So students, we have to understand that whatever we are discussing about the stupas and caves, so all the stupas and caves are very important for the devotees. In some of the stupas which are located around the country, that is very famous because most of the people who are the follower of the Buddha, they are going every year and every day to visit the stupas and to know more about the Buddha and his followers, as well as so many caves are also made by the different kings for the monks and for the other religious people who are interested in the religion, etc. So as well as in these we have to understand about some important Hindu temples which were also built at this time. It means before 1500 years ago, before 2000 years ago, whatever made by the some devotees of Hindu religions. So number of temples still famous, and we can see around the country. Some are located in the northern part of India, some are located in the south part of the India. So these temples are very beautifully decorated and built by the kings and devotees. And this temple is famous because most of the deities like Vishnu, Shiva and Durga were worshipped in these shrines. And as well as most of the important part of the temple is the room which is known as the Garbhagriha. So students, now we are discussing about the different types of buildings which was made by the bricks and stone, as well as now I am discussing about the very famous temples of India which are very famous. These are very famous because this temple is having a deities of Vishnu, Shiva and Durga, and these deities are worshipped by the people and devotees and the people who are the follower of the Hindu religion. So student, nowadays still we can see in the temple an important portion which is located at the center of the temple, and this room is known as Garbhagriha. And these places which is located in the temple are very sacred, very important, and this is known as inner room or Garbhagriha because the important and chief deities are placed here. यानी कि जो important देवी देवता की मूर्तियां हैं वो इन गर्भगृह में रखी जाती हैं. And this place is very sacred. That's why not every common people is allowed to enter in this Garbhagriha. And it was here that only priests performed religious rituals and devotees offered worship to the deity. As well as we have another example related to the Bhitargaon, which is located at Kanpur in Uttar Pradesh, where we can see a tower, and this tower is known as Shikhar, which was built on the top of the Garbhagriha to mark that this place is the sacred place of the temple. So students, building shikras, all the things are required very careful planning. So students, we have to understand that the people who were living before 1000 years ago, 2000 years ago, they were very clever and they had a very good knowledge of the designing of the temples, that where the Garbhagriha will be built and where Shikra या शिखर या फिर tower will build, etc., etc. So these temples are also required a very beautiful art of the making of the temple. So students, as well as we are discussing about the Garbhagriha and the Shikhar. So in India, most of the temples also had a very important and very spacious area which is known as mandap. So student, first of all, we have to clear that what is mandap. Mandap was a hall where people could assemble for the prayer, for the worship of the deities or god or goddesses. Alright. So another example related to the famous temple of India, which is located in the Mahabalipuram, and Mahabalipuram is located in Tamil Nadu, Chennai. And another important temple which is located in Karnataka, which is located in Ayur. So these two important temples are very beautifully designed, and the temple which is located in Mahabalipuram and Ayur town, these are the important temples of the India, and these temples are also having Garbhagriha and mandap. Alright, so students, for today's lesson, thank you and have a nice day.